everybody, welcome to the second segment of a video series dedicated to zombie survival techniques during the events of a zombie outbreak. Tonight I'm going to be going over some hand-to-hand combat techniques against zombies. The previous release was going over the different weapons and firearms, and tonight I'm going over the hand weapons. As you can see, I'm going to cover the combat techniques of the different weapons that I'm going to show you tonight, and give you an individual weapon rating on their effectiveness and sort of pros and cons of those different items. So the first item I want to go over tonight is the crowbar. It's a very common item you can find in your garage. Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart sells them. Of course, if you don't have one, you might want to get one. The great thing about this item here is it's got a very sharp point here. It's got a very sharp point here. There's several inches here to allow for penetration of a human skull to disable or neutralize the zombie. And there's plenty of room here for leverage, for swinging, to give you the fulcrum that you need and the leverage that you need to penetrate. It's a very effective tool in combat. And one thing that I do like about this item, it's a very, very awesome tool. You can use it to, also, this end is more of like getting around. You can use it to break into buildings that are locked. You can use this blunt edge here to break glass. And it's just all around awesome tool for getting around in an infested environment of zombies. Awesome tool. So now we're going to go over the hand axe or hatchet or whatever you want to call it. It's got this pretty much the same particular or sort of similar design of the crowbar, and some that I've noticed even carry a feature I noticed here that looks almost like a hammerhead. That makes it a great tool for breaking glass or for breaking into through doors, wooden doors. So it's also a very sort of a universal tool and a weapon at the same time that can be used for combat also. The edge on the hatchet or the hand axe, you should always maintain it. Keep it dry, keep it clean, and free of rust. And this is going to ensure its sharpness. And always take care of your tools, because they're not just tools, but they're weapons for survival. With this in your hand, you swing. You want to hit a zombie primarily in the back or the nape of the neck here, or even in the temporal lobe here. You want to penetrate and disable the zombie. So you want to definitely disconnect the brain from the body. That's how you disable a zombie. Of course, this doesn't 100% eliminate the threat of the zombie that you kill, but you want to make sure that you use weapons like this when you're on the run, and you want to save ammo, because using firearms is great, but zombies are attracted to noise, and that they will triangulate on your position. So that's why hand tools and slash weapons are key for your survival. You want to learn how to use them. They're gonna save your life more ways than you can imagine. This is a hand knife. Very, very common knife. I drew this hand knife sort of more like towards the design that I would trust for a knife. It's got a very sharp point. Some even have serrated edges on the top here. This is what you're looking for in a combat knife. Something with a sharp point, something that will penetrate. Uh, Again, you're looking for something that's gonna go in to the skull. You want it to go in, and you want to go all the way through. So you want to make sure that this is nice and sharp, and you do take care of this weapon as well. As far as knives go, this is a what you call a meat cleaver. It's a common, sort of a common household knife. It's very heavy. It's got a lot of force, drop force, and it's sort of similar to having a axe head in your hand. So this is another tool that you're going to want to use if you're in a combat situation, on the side of the neck, or the back of the neck, and you want to use all your force when you engage a zombie with this weapon here. I wouldn't suggest using it as a primary weapon. Um, one reason why I do go over this weapon is because it is a common household weapon, and that's going to be probably your better bet compared to some of the household knives that you have. This here is a pair of brass knuckles. Um, they're sort of easy to find, kind of they're probably illegal in most states, I'm not sure. This here is very important with this tool here. I'm primarily right-handed, so I'm going to carry my combat knife in my right hand, and I'm going to always have my brass knuckles on my left hand. This is because I do better with a knife with my right hand, and if my right hand is tied up or my right hand is busy, I'm going to need something in this hand to fight back with. Also, if you don't have a hammer or a crowbar or something with a blunt edge on it to break glass with, this is a great way to break glass uh, or to get into a locked car, per se, because you don't want to use your knife to break glass. It's not designed to break glass, and you definitely want to take care of your tools. This is going to help you break something. This is what it's made to do. So use it for those purposes only. Uh, yeah, so definitely consider pairing these two items up if you have them. Great weapons if you're confused on pairing up weapons. Always have a secondary weapon. Always have a third weapon. Always have a third, fourth backup weapon. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D, Plan E. This particular weapon here is probably going to take up both hands. Um, it's very great weapon. If you can actually find an actual katana that is made to do what it was designed to do, then I would suggest using this weapon. It will slice through anything quickly and just totally separate one thing from another. It's a great blade. The way that they make it is awesome. The blade is flawless. But the only problem that I have with katana blades is a lot of places out there, uh, like flea markets, knife shows, are always going to have items like this for sale. But you want to make sure that if you buy a weapon like this, that you're not buying a novelty piece and you're not buying something that's meant to hang on the wall. If you're going to buy a katana blade with intentions of using it for the purpose of combat, make sure you're buying a katana blade and you're not buying a phony wall decoration. And that's all I have for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the segment of hand-to-hand combat against zombies and how your weapons can be used as tools and how to take care of them. Enjoy this show, and I will be posting more soon. Good night.